Thank you, and we're running late and high, and I'm going to read to you two poems from the released in 2 days Down in the Dirt collection book, which is called End of the World. I'm trying to make it so there's no glare for you guys to see it. And the back cover has it as a farther away shot of a statue of people who have all been suffering from. Anywho, the strange thing about these two poems is because they relate to dates in October, and they're both about stuff from World War II, and it's really strange to do things from the voice of someone from the SS or from World War II, so brace me for this. This first one is titled Valkyrie Attempts, and it was written on the 14th of October for the 1944 date of the suicide of Erwin Rommel. So this is from his perspective. In the absence of order, go find something and kill it. People have credited me with those infamous words, but in the art of war, you have to make yourself useful. How can you want to kill something if you love it so? So if I love the Fuhrer, and I do, how could I want him dead? I oppose assassinating Hitler, at least initially. I may have been hopelessly naive to ask for one last chance to end hostilities with Western allies, but my letter to him took 2 weeks to arrive after 17th July, when an Allied air attack incapacitated me. That wasn't my way of exiting their Valkyrie attempts 3 days later. I had no idea their plans. I believe they wanted my support, but I could not give it, even if I thought this was now a hopeless war. But if I knew of the conspirators and said nothing, if I did not report them and have them all killed, then I am a conspirator too, just as guilty as the conspirator who repeatedly called out my name in a delirium. Maybe I am as guilty as a conspirator who, only after torture, named me as a participant. I did not know my name was on a list for a potential Reich president after Hitler's upheaval, but if I knew it was the end, I would only look for ways to help Germany survive. If that meant I would also take the helm, then so be it. I never wanted to kill him. Never. But after they surveilled me, I knew they wanted me killed, but I think Hitler knew that his court of military honor was only a drumbeat court-martial that everyone knew was a fake, that I was too high up in the military ladder to be thought of as against the Nazis. Executing me as a traitor would ruin the morale of the front line, so they came to me and they offered me 3 choices. They told me I could, 1, go to Hitler himself and plead my case. 2, I could go through this trial that I knew would not only mean my execution and disgrace, but also that of my staff and family too. Or 3, I could take my own life. I think they all knew that by my not choosing option 1, that this ensured I was guilty, but how could I plead my case when I didn't report or kill the conspirators myself? My family would have suffered even before the trial began, and I wanted my wife to live. I wanted her to have money for her life, and my family without me. So I took option 3, so that after I died, I could be given military honors, because really I was a hero. I was never involved in a plot. I loved the Fuhrer. After I'm gone, burn my body, so there'll be no evidence of my true end. Your ultimatum. That was the first one. It's a longer one. Oh, wait. There's another verse. I'm sorry, I missed the page. I may be an absolute pessimist when I face the slightest problem, but I was a strong leader, and my initiative stopped enemy forces. I took them by surprise. What was constant was my love for Germany. Remember that. Sorry about that. That was the end of the thing for you. All right, I have a shorter one for that second one, and thank you very much for this opportunity. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And this is so weird to do these voices from their perspective. This was written on the 7th of October, which is the birthday of Heinrich Himmler, from the SS Himmler. This is called Kill with Impunity. I knew I was bound for something better. And my parents told me that I had my godfather's name, Prince Heinrich of Bavaria. This only fed into my head that I was meant for greatness. I did very well in school, no matter how many weights I lifted, though I was always awkwardly fumbling. I could never be as strong or as cunning as those other boys in school. But the thing is, I had the brains. I had to prove them all wrong. During World War I, my father got me in with his connections as an officer, but only while I was in training to the war end, and I couldn't even show how strong I really was. At Munich University, I studied agronomy, even remaining cordial to all of my League of Apollo fencing fraternity, even though some of them, including the fraternity presidents, were Jewish. They made my blood boil. They made me want to fight. So I decided to resume my attempts at a military career, but I was unsuccessful there too. So I tried the paramilitary in Munich until I met Erwin Rommel, who showed me my new path. You see, he was an early member of the Nazi Party and would co-found the Brown Shirts, aka the SA or the Sturm Battalion. But I knew that if I was not meant to fight, then I must be meant to lead. And so, lead I would. If all those muscle-bound bullies at school thought that I was awkward, let them see me now, and let them see the cruel power I now wield. I have the power to make men kill with impunity. I always paid attention to social and political issues as I grew up, and now I was seeing all of my learning come to fruition as I saw more and more that the Jews were the problem. After all these years, I've now found the man who can bring us all together to make Germany a better place for all of our people, as long as we get rid of the ones who don't belong. Because after all I've learned about this world, and after all the changes I've wanted to see, if I didn't have the muscle to do it on my own, I'd use a system to show you my real power. Done.
Thank you so much.
So embarrassingly weird to do things from the... By the way, and here's my poem from Hitler's perspective. You know, I mean, it's a strange thing to do. So thank you for tolerating that. Thank you.
Well, it's great that you're an excellent actor and can do that.
That I could actually try to pull it off. Well, thank you very much for listening, and thank you for the opportunity. And thank you all. You are wonderful to hear, every single one of you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Janet.